because I don't usually go live on my phone. I guess there's a live chat, but no one's here right now, so we'll just wait for a little bit. And if nobody comes in, that's also fine. Because I just thought maybe I would live stream and talk for a minute. If anyone had any questions. I got this red Sonia here because I'm going to sell her after I got the boss fight one. So I still had the box. So I packed her back up. And, hi Leia. I can't, I don't think I can pull up the chats on my phone because I'm not on my computer. But hello. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. She's packed up because I'm going to get rid of her. Because I like the boss fight one better. And for me, if it's like a Marvel character, unless it's like a Marvel character where they have a bunch of different versions of the same one, I don't need more than, or Indiana Jones, or like, you know, Spider-Man, because it's my favorite. But like for Red Sonja, like I was looking at the promo pictures for this one on Big Red Toy Store just to see the price of it and see if I really wanted to sell it, what I would sell it at. And like the promo pictures, the paint on her face is so much better. Like the paint on this loose collector one for $75 is pretty bad. It's pretty bland. You can't really see. I mean, you can kind of see it in there. But hello, Samurai Spirit Red. So yeah, I'm getting rid of this Red Sonja because I have the boss fight one now. And if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. I was also, and I can't really do photography now because I'm using my phone to live stream, but I got of this Santa, so I got to figure out what I want to do. Like, of course, naughty or nice list, and you know, Pandora's naughty. So these are some of the figures that'll probably just sit on my shelf for comparisons and stuff anyway, because for a lot of this stuff, I don't have a place. Like, I already have Pandora. I don't need two Pandoras on my Action Force shelf, but I got the new one, and she's better than the old one, and I swapped this out. So she's just here for, you know, comparison videos and stuff. But I would like to be like, oh, you're not getting any presents, Pandora, because you're on the naughty list. I feel like that would be a cool picture to do. So, you know, sometimes I get really inspired when I do photography, and sometimes it's when it's like kind of a blah Marvel Legends, and I'm like, this is old, this is outdated. Like so those are my Tuesday videos are like older uploads for the most part. So like those ones that the photography usually isn't as good, but for instance, the boss fight Red Sonja, I wanted to go outside and take pictures of her because street/warehouse diorama just doesn't do justice for a barbarian lady. So I was like, yeah, I need to go outside and take some pictures of Red Sonja. So sometimes I get inspired. And speaking of inspirations, we're in the toy room, so it's a little different than when I'm just sitting in front of the computer studio, because it's not really much I can do. But you know, we have my Supernatural customs, and the Dean looks fantastic. I'd say he's the way that I painted. I mean, I did as best I could, but the Sam head is not my favorite. So I ordered a painted head like 2 months ago, and I'm still waiting on it. And apparently it's coming from China, so I'm figuring it's just a resin cast and the guy paints it up or something. I don't know. So I'm still waiting on that. Apparently it's supposed to ship by April at the latest. So I really want to get a better head for Sam, because I didn't do him justice. Like, it's all right. It's not terrible, actually. You know, the water slide decals, my girlfriend did those because I can't do that shit. But yeah, I want a better head for him because that Dean head is so fantastic. And then I'll have 2 characters from my favorite show, and I do also gotta finish swapping out these shoulders with the Peter B. Parker, because this is a Peter B. Parker arms and jacket, because it fits better than Jimmy Woo, because Jimmy Woo is smaller than Sam, and Sam is on the Wolverine body. So yeah, so he's on that Hugh Jackman Deadpool and Wolverine with the leg swap, and I painted the crotch and the belt. But I want these customs to get finished up, and I know Ace is busy, Ramen Toys, and he said he's got a lot of requests for a 1967 Impala. hope at some point that we'll get a 1/12 Chevy Impala, because that's my favorite car. Supernatural's my favorite show. I made my own figures because Lord knows we're never going to get 1/12 Supernatural figures unless Mezco somehow decided to get a hold of the license, which I don't think that would happen. I mean, it is Warner Brothers, so who knows. But yeah, I really, really would like to finish up this Sam. And I might have to crack the torso of the Peter B, which is fine because I don't figure. I got it for the Peter pulling down his mask head and the other accessories, and then the rest was bought for making this Sam. So I know I can get these shoulders out because I put these shoulders in. So if I can at least get the other ones out, then I can get them in these shoulders. And then once I get that head sculpt, if I ever get it, I don't know. If I have to do an eBay dispute, I'm going to be upset because then I'll have to spend more money after I get that back to find another head sculpt. Like, I mean, it's not terrible. It's just, it's not, because I did it, it's not as detailed as the Dean head. So I can't really complain until I get it, because that's the best I could do. And that's really the best I could do in the new head. But I really want that to come in so I can finally. We got 5 people watching. Feel free to ask any questions if you have any to ask. I just I'm going to work in like an hour, so I figured I'm bored. What can I do? Speaking of stuff over here, it's Marvel Legends. I know. Hi, Boombox Cartoon. How's it going? How's it going, Cody Walls? So yeah, this is my Marvel shelf. You know, we got. There's really no other place for me to put Galactus. That's the Marvel Universe Galactus, and you know, Marvel is my main thing. It just sucks that Hasbro is the one producing the majority of the characters that we like. And let me get up here so we can see my spot. I know they're crowded. I need to figure out some risers or other ways to get everyone more visible and all that stuff. Yes, please do hit the like button. So yeah, obviously Spider-Man is my favorite. That is the Renew Your Vows with the raft head on there. We got Kane, Ben Reilly, all the Ben Reillys. Of course, Jackal, because I'm a 90s kid. And Clone Saga. Yeah, I do all that stuff. Thanks, Boombox. Thank you, David. Welcome. So I'd say my Spider-Man shelf is probably my favorite, being a Spider-Man fan. And then, of course, you get up here. And there's the Avengers. I got Venom up there because I didn't know what else to do with them. I try not to have dupes, because if I have dupes, they just get sold. If they're sitting in a box, I get rid of them. So I try to put everybody on my shelf. And that's the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, because he works the best with the rest of Marvel Legends, in my opinion. And a Maximum Spider-Man will also be perfectly scaled, because if anything, Amazing Fantasy is just slightly too short to be an adult Spider-Man. And yeah, I'm excited to do my video. I like I said when I said I got it, I don't think it's worth $50, but I'm still going to pay $50. And I also pre-ordered another one because I want to give one away on live stream for anyone who missed out. They're still available on like Amazon, but some people can't afford it. So I'm going to have memberships pretty soon, and I'd like to do a membership live stream and give away a Maximum Spider-Man. And there's also a bunch of, so if you're just popping in for the first time on my channel, there's also 3 other giveaways on my channel currently once we hit some subscriber milestones. So, and then I have, of course, Spider-Man's my favorite. Thank you. I try. And this is just my Marvel shelf. Aesop Rock. I don't know if y'all know him. And then, of course, back to the diorama. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, it may not be worth $50, but if we're all paying it, then Hasbro, and their live stream is what, on April 1st? And I think that they're probably going to announce that Maximum Hulk. And knowing Hasbro, that will probably be like $75 to $80. So who knows? Yeah, definitely not worth $50, especially when it comes to like the amount of accessories and the amount extra that they're going to include. And yeah, I do want a Maximum Hulk, because if I get Maximum Hulk, then I can put the Avengers, the 80th anniversary Hulk on my shelf, my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf, and then put the Maximum Hulk on my Avengers shelf, or vice versa, because I want my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf to be all pinless. That's where I'm going with that. So maybe I'll do the opposite. Just leave that Hulk where it is and put Maximum Hulk on my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf. But my Moth X Spider-Man, that's the one staying on the Moth X shelf. I mean, on the Marvel vs. Capcom shelf, because the Maximum Spider-Man ain't gonna touch that. I do see some people posing up their Maximum Spider-Man, and I'm jealous that they have them. But they're not doing the figure justice as far as the posing. I'm not saying it's like the most articulated figure, but you see these Maximum Spider-Man pictures with minimum posing, and it's like you gotta do like The Amazing. You gotta do like, you know, some of these other like really you gotta just look at them and not copy them, but just see how they do it. Get that figure down. Don't be afraid to like crunch that articulation, because it's supposed to be. It's a Hasbro plastic figure. If it breaks when you're just doing basic articulation, there's a bigger problem, and that's a QC issue, or it's just, you know, you have a defect. But hey, Kaiju Kitty, how's it going? Just chilling in the toy room. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I was talking about, I got that red Sonya in the back because I got her listed. And yeah, I've seen a few creative posts with Maximum Spidey. It's not everyone, but it's just like I see a bunch on Reddit, and it's like everyone's Reddit, and that's Reddit. That's just a bunch of collectors getting their pictures and posting. And it's like they're not doing toy photography. They're not doing stuff. They're just getting their figure and getting excited, which is cool. But like I saw The Amazing's pictures, and I haven't watched. The thing about me is I don't watch reviews of figures I'm going to get till afterwards. So I've seen The Amazing's thumbnails. I've seen his pictures for that video, and I clicked to like and comment, and that was it. And I was like, yo, I'm just giving you the algo love, and I'm leaving because I don't want any spoilers. I don't want any biases. I don't want anyone else's opinion creeping into my opinion. Different name on the Max and put an import stamp on it. People will sing praises. I mean, but that's like, you know, I think what Hasbro is trying to do is they're going to try and make this their premium line, which is kind of like, how's it going, Carl? Which is kind of like their import. And, you know, technically, because every figure is made outside of this country, really, other than few, which is few and far between, every figure is an import. So they could just slap an import figure because they come from Vietnam. I think Hasbro's factories in Vietnam and India. They have, and yeah, Cody, that's the thing. It's like, we hate the price and we buy it, and then Hasbro's like, everybody loves this, and they're gonna do what they're gonna do. But surprisingly, Hasbro still has not raised their prices on Pulse. There's been a lot of other people that have raised their price on Pulse, or on their websites, Big Bad Toy Store, McFarlane, Amazon, on pre-orders and all that stuff. But Hasbro Pulse still has not gone up, and that's surprising. And I think when it comes to the price increase, Hasbro may have been hedging the curve a little bit earlier, like with the $25.99 and settling there, or $24.99 and settling there, you know, somewhere between there. And then, but regardless, it's all overpriced. But I think Hasbro was charging us more to begin with, so maybe they're not going to increase their prices until it's directly like, all right, here's the stuff. And also, like I said, most of their stuff is in India and Vietnam. So I don't work in the industry. I don't know these things. I just know what from the information I've gathered from watching other things and reading and all that stuff. Kaiju Kitty, I'm different. I will watch everyone's video before I make a video, but my toy videos are more like tiny parodies and see, that's valid, because then you know exactly what you need to do with that figure, what it can and can't do, and then you just make a little, you know, a fun little video and get everyone to watch that instead of a long form review. And that's different content, and that's a niche that a lot of people do, and it's great. And I, for one, am not creative enough. Like I've tried to do some stop motion. I've you know, meddled in that a little bit, and I can do it. It's just very tedious and very time consuming. And I'm a very instant gratification type of person. And yes, happy Sunday. Fortunately, I got to work, but it's been a good day so far. Oh yeah, my Supernatural customs. So Sam and Dean, I'm just I painted Sam. Dean I bought. So I bought a new Sam head to match the aesthetic, and I'm hoping that we get a 1/12 Chevy Impala from Ace. But yeah, I painted that. My girlfriend put on the water slide details, and it's a little cartoony looking for my taste. I didn't really nail it the way I wanted to. Does it look terrible? No. But is it on quality with like a Marvel Legends? I don't think so. So I ordered a painted head, and it's supposedly coming from China at some point. And yeah, we absolutely need a Chevy, like a baby. We need a baby. Like I had to make my own Supernatural figures, so someone has to make the Impala. I can't do that. And I also so that is his 1911 pearl inlay. I painted that up myself. And how I did the pearl was I got some fluorescent nail polish and I clear coated that on there, you know, painted that and painted silver. And then I tried for Sam because, you know, I don't remember what gun he uses, but this is an attempt at the Colt. Obviously, it doesn't have the pentagram and the carvings in it, but I cut it up and trimmed it down to look more like the Colt from Supernatural, which is very early in the show. And I'm a fan of every single season, although season 8 and season 6 are definitely, thank you for complimenting them. Season 6 and season 8 are definitely the weakest seasons of Supernatural. But other than that, I feel like it's one of the more consistent shows that was on TV during that time. And yeah, stop motion is very frustrating. It's more about making sure you hit the mark, putting them back where they were, so figures don't jump around in the space. And that's hard for me because I'm constantly knocking stuff over or my elbows are hitting something. I'm a very spatially unaware person. And yeah, Supernatural, God, I started watching it when I was 14, 15 years old, and I'm 34 now, and it ended when I was 30. So literally half of my life at that point, I'd been watching Supernatural. And I wasn't just like, wait for it to come on so I can binge it. I downloaded the CW app so I could watch it day after I started getting cable. So I caught up. I was up to date on Supernatural every week. And I was so devastated when it ended. So my girlfriend had gone to bed, and if you know the last episode, you know what happens. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it. But I was absolutely sobbing in the other room, just dry heaving, just like, because, my show was ending and something horrible happened. And then my girlfriend's like, I thought you were dying or something. And I was like, no, just a part of me died. Because literally 15 years of my life was gone. And yeah, they're completely Marvel Legends kaiju, other than the head sculpts. This is, what's the scroll? This is Talos, Secret Wars Talos. And I had to modify, because the neck was what swapped out. So I had to modify the neck. So this is actually the other Tony Stark neck that came with the Thanos Iron Man 2-pack. And I had to invert it and carve out the hole because otherwise it wouldn't fit. But the articulation is actually way better than a Marvel Legends. So yeah, Secret Invasion. Thank you, Leia. We're just doing a little Q&A AFA, just looking at some stuff. Apparently I'm checking out my customs now. So yeah, that's completely Talos, other than the head and the neck mod. And then this is Deadpool and Wolverine Logan upper body. Right now the shoulders are from Jimmy Woo because I had the Jimmy Woo coat, but it was too small. So this is Peter B. Parker's coat and arms. So I need to swap the shoulders. This is the tank top Wolverine's legs, because I used him to make my sleeveless Wolverine from Marvel Legends. And yeah, so this one's more of a Frankenstein kit bash, and also the neck articulation is pretty decent. But I need to swap the shoulders, and I need a better head. And I do have a video. There is a Supernatural custom video on oh hi Matt with 2 T's. There is a Supernatural custom video on my channel. I would link it, but my phone is what's streaming, so I can't go in the chat and send it. But yes, just go to look up Rowdy Supernatural, and it should come up. And pretty low impact as far as customization. Oh, by the way, there's 8 people watching, and there's only 5 likes. So come on, y'all, hit the like. 9 people watching now. Hit the like button. And yeah, so that's how I built those customs. And speaking of customs, so here's another one that we'll move that. So this is, I want to make a figure of myself, kind of, like, obviously I'm not built like an anime twig, but like I wanted to use, so this is the Romanki naked body, and I'll have to get some better ankle joints because those are loose. And I swapped, so I don't know if you know about the Joy Toy, like Chaos, Frontline Chaos line, but that was kind of underwhelming. So, oh, interior mystery machine. You'll have to show us that at some point. I'll have to check it out. Um, but so I swapped the clothes from that onto this, and I want to get different clothes because this is just essentially that Joy Toys figures clothes with Romanki body and obviously the bra because I don't want her titties hanging out. And I need to find someone who can either A, photo scan my head, or B, like a cartoony sculpted version of my head and print it and send it to me and get it to fit this. Possibly even paint it because, like I said, I'm not that talented. And then I can have a figure of myself for the comparisons. And that would be cool. I know a lot of people are like big on that, but I really like being the nerd that I am. If I had a Rowdy Rouse figure, and then I could, even get soft goods and customize her to have that superhero outfit that my thumbnail does and just make her my super rowdy, as people have dubbed that. So that would be cool. I could just make a straight up super rowdy figure for my comparisons and do that kind of stuff. But this is that Romanki gun girl body. So it's nicely articulated. I just don't have a head for it right now because the only head that fits on it is that other Rebecca head. And I don't want to use that. So my girlfriend does the 3D printing. So, and we only have a PLA, so I don't have a resin printer, but yeah, she definitely articulates and stuff. How did you ruin it? Oh no. The resin printers are expensive too. How's it going, Sarge? Like I said, she's got loose ankles, this blank body, so she ain't gonna stand up. But yeah, by the way, everybody, check out Sarge Collects. He's a really cool dude. I actually met Figure Fight Club. Oh no, you've been sick? Yeah, I've been wondering where your streams were. I met him on Figure Fight Club's. I met Figure Fight Club on his stream, which also check out Figure Fight Club. Both really cool dudes. But Sarge is great. He's a chill dude. He streams almost every night, just kind of like this, just in front of his phone and talking about toys. And yeah, I know we're just randomly talking. VHS of my RoboCop stop motion from 1990. Whoa, not only is that cool, but it would look so cool with the 1990s film grain and all that stuff. You gotta figure out how to get that on the interwebs because I would definitely want to see that. What else do we got over here? What else can we talk about? Oh, let's talk about this guy because a lot of people have, and I agree with them on some of this stuff. So he's holding Barbarian Santa's axe right now because I used him for Red Sonja photography. But this is the Foray Big Bad Toy Store Fresh Monkey werewolf. And a lot of people had this problem. And I'm experiencing it now as well. His ankles are really loose. I do like this figure a lot. 10 people in the stream, 7 likes. I really want to stand up anymore. With his knees breaking and being too stiff. I don't have that problem. That problem is not an issue for me. It's really just these lower hind leg parts that are just in his ankles as well that are just really loose. So when I pose him, and he'll probably just sit over here on my filming shelf for comparisons now because I had him on my bad G.I. Joe shelf, but he was taking up too much space. By the way, did y'all see that Monster Sasquatch? That looks really cool. I'm hyped for that. I've been wanting a good Bigfoot figure. Yeah, don't pre-order it. Like, wait for it to go on sale. I mean, I could put some Kiki joint fix in there. And no, the arms aren't loose, but they do come out of the socket very, very easily because they're supposed to be swappable. And there he goes. So he just took a plunge. I left him for a couple seconds. So, speaking of the arms, once again, it just came out. But, I won't say that for me it wasn't worth it because I like the sculpt. I like the way he looks. He's good for photography and stuff. But, like, for other people, if you're not sure, the figure of Sugarfoot. What's Sugarfoot? And what did you say about your printer, David? I swapped over to a clear resin from a softer one and filled it to the max first time it popped resin. It's 3 a.m. Oh, God. That sounds like a complete nightmare. 3D printing is very stressful sometimes. But you know what's cool? I didn't even think about it. I know the werewolves didn't look like that in Supernatural, but what if they did? What if finally totally finish these customs? We get a Sasquatch and a werewolf and all that stuff. And we get some Salmon Dean. I'm definitely going to do another video on Salmon Dean because they'll be complete at that point. But need to get some photography of them fighting some monsters because I didn't have any of that, like some vampires. Tempted to cancel my Brutal Realms werewolf. There's a bare chest and I feel it should be covered in fur. The hairier a werewolf, the better. They shouldn't be not covered in hair. And hey, don't be ashamed. It happens. Like printers, 3D printers are very fickle beings. Like the stuff happens, and you can't blame yourself. It's just one of those things. It's trial and error. That's what I tell my girlfriend when something get messed up on that. Trial and error. Don't worry about it too much. You'll figure it out. And she always does, and she always fixes it. That, however, sounds like it's just going to be a pain in the butt. Oh, come on, Santa. He's trying to get Santa in there. Well, that didn't work out, did it? Next Dry Creek bed. I will definitely, when I get that Monster Force Sasquatch, I want a big scary monster. I love cryptids. Like if Monster Force made a freaking Chupacabra, y'all, I swear I would geek out. I love me some chupacabras. Like, that's my favorite cryptid out of all. That's so stupid, but you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Why did it held your comment, AFA? It said that wax like a 40-year-old virgin is inappropriate. But I released your comment because it's all good. Chupacabra figure for Monster Force. I would love like a bunch of stuff. We definitely we just need a whole line of cryptids, like a Mothman, a Chupacabra. Oh, what was I saying? Why I like Chupacabra? So if Jackie Chan Adventures, there was El Toro Fuerte, and there was an episode, and he got like bit by a Chupacabra, and he became a Chupacabra, and that's how I know about the Chupacabra. And then my nerd self back in the day was having the early days of the internet. I Googled and researched the Chupacabra, and then I learned everything about it. And yeah, the Jersey Devil as well. Peter King Sasquatch. I will look that up after, before I have to go to work. There have been days I spent all day on my reg FDM printers tearing apart looking for them. Yeah, my girlfriend's had to tear her printer apart piece by piece on more than one occasion. And I fortunately just, I just let her do it because she's the one who figures out that kind of stuff. I am not the most technologically savvy. I'm surprised I have a running, functioning YouTube channel and functioning live stream. Ogopogo, Nessie, Champ. Oh God, yeah, that would be great. Those would be humongous though. All those underwater cryptid. What else? What other cryptids? I would love any and all cryptids. That the sandworm, the death worm, whatever it's called. Need one of those. What else do I have over here? So we got regular Santa, but we also got barbarian Santa. I'm just playing with toys at this point. They both are like werewolf naughty because y'all have done a lot. I mean, you do good, but Dean, your pie gluttony and consumption is evil. It's one of the 7 deadly sins. SH Monster, yeah, that'd be cool. Oh yes, absolutely, a unicorn. God, I really want to go see Death of a Unicorn. That movie looks so great. And I know, I can't even show it. I have I have a unicorn tattoo on my arm. I love unicorns, but this is my arm, my tattoo on my unicorn. So like, Death of a Unicorn looks fantastic to me because that's like an evil, scary unicorn, and that's what unicorns should be. They're not some pretty ponies. I mean, you can have those, but they're monsters. They were known for eating people back in the day. And I love me some unicorns. That being said, it's been about half an hour. I do got to start getting ready for work soon, unfortunately. Red Bull from Lost Unicorn. I haven't seen that movie in so long, but that shit scared me. Wait, Charlie, to magically appear on Charlie. Charlie the Unicorn. Wait, how does Charlie sound? No, I don't want to go to Candy Mountain. Why not, Charlie? Oh my God, the freaking Salmon Dean, bringing it full circle. So there's a clip of Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki, and they're like, it'll show us the way to Candy Mountain, the magically appeared on Charlie, and I just love that as millennials they also appreciate Charlie the Unicorn because goddamn, I grew up on that shit. That's early internet stuff. You know, if you know Charlie the Unicorn, you know you've been around for at least a minute. So, yeah, thank you for popping into this random little live stream. These ones are going to be members only, like these kinds of ones, the quick, not quick, but like I'm not rushing anything, but I do have to get ready. I've got to leave in like an hour, so I got to start putting makeup on and getting dressed and all that stuff. Like but I do have to get going, unfortunately. But it's been fun. Thank you so much for hanging out in my random little live stream. I mean, early internet, I was on until like when I started on the internet in like 1999, and I was on like Neopets in 2001 and AOL Instant Chat Room. So like I remember dial-up. And yeah, if we're in our 30s, we're old now. It's just how it is. Action Figure Addict is lucky he's not in his 30s yet. He'll get there. He'll get there. I mean, even if you're over 50, like I don't like old to me is like 80. Like that's old. And I wouldn't even say Harrison Ford is old because it's all about how you feel. It's just like I'm just saying like we're in our midlife in 30 plus. I'm not calling anyone old, but like Action Figure Addict is younger than all of us. So in terms to that, we're older. Sorry to offend everyone right before I leave. Yeah, that's exactly what it's all about, the mileage. That's what Indiana Jones says, and that's right, because it's about the mileage, and I love me some Harrison Ford. He's great. Held for review again, but my boobs are gray. It won't let me show you your chat, Matt. Matt said I'm 52, but my boobs are gray. I don't know what that means, but it won't let me show it. And it's okay. But yeah, all right, guys, I gotta hop off. Thanks for coming in here. Thanks for putting up with my randomness. I love y'all. See you next time, and bye-bye.